Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and in this video I'm gonna make a controller binds video once again. Now this video is gonna be targeted for claw players, so definitely check this out if you want to try out claw, or if you're new to claw, or if you're a claw player originally and you want, a good set of binds, then this video is definitely for you. I'm going to be showing PS5 controller binds or PS5 claw controller binds, as well as PS4 claw controller binds, and also Xbox controller binds or Xbox claw controller binds, even though I think that the Xbox controller is terrible for like double claw or double hand claw. So definitely make sure you watch this video till the end to see all the parts, all the nitty-gritty of the controller binds that I'm going to show you. I'm going to try and leave down some timestamps in the description below so that you can use them for your entertainment, so you don't have to watch the whole thing. You can just click on the timestamps and it'll show you what you need to do. Anyway, let's get right to the video, starting with the PlayStation 5 controller. Starting off with the PlayStation 5 controller, I'm going to be showing you guys a double claw binds, or basically claw where you use both your index finger, both for face buttons and the D-pad. Starting off with the editing bind, I recommend triangle because triangle is a relatively close button to your index finger whenever you're trying to do claw. Of course, you can use your knuckles. I personally use my knuckles. I personally use triangle, and a lot of other controller pros do. And of course, he also knows Face Way. He definitely agrees that triangle is the best editing bind. I mean, he does use the triangle button for editing, so definitely go give this a go. It's one of the best editing binds out there, even for single hand claw. Next, we're gonna have our switch mode to left stick, because left stick is your thumb is already resting on left stick, so definitely left stick is probably the most optimal bind in this controller. So definitely go give this a go. Left stick switch mode is really influential. I also use left stick switch mode, and I've been pretty good at it. Next, you want to have your pickaxe on circle, because circle is right next to your editing button, and if you have pre-edits enabled, which a lot of people do, or a lot of controller pros do, definitely go have your pickaxe on circle, because it's right next to the editing button. You don't have to move or be kind of in a tough spot when pressing a button whenever you're trying to bring out your pickaxe. So definitely try to use this if you want to have pre-edits enabled. If you don't have pre-edits enabled, then also just have it there, because it's relatively close to the editing button anyway. Next, after that, you want to have jump, and basically just jump on X, because once again, you're on claw, you don't need to go for left stick shenanigans. And speaking of rights, I meant right stick shenanigans, sorry. Speaking of right stick, we're gonna go for crouch and sliding on right stick, because crouching and sliding is really good for right stick. It's already there, your thumb is resting on it, and if you want to make some slide plays, or you just want to slide in general or crouch, then right stick is definitely the best. And then for tactical sprint, I recommend this little button on the D-pad, the right side of the D-pad. It's really good. Your finger might already be resting on it. You can use any of the buttons on the D-pad, but I personally use the right one because it's more accessible for me. For the map, I use the touchpad, and pretty much anything else stays on default, especially the reloading / interacting, whatever. For the building section, once again, make sure everything is normal. You don't have to do anything special. Make sure everything is standard Builder Pro, or else your builds will look different. Now, you might see players like Wolfies, he has it on a different bind. He actually doesn't have it on a different bind. He just uses paddles for it, and I personally don't like paddles because you're spending extra money for something that you can actually just do on claw. So definitely just do Builder Pro, standard Builder Pro for building. For editing, I recommend R1 to select your buttons or select your editing tiles, because R1 doesn't bottom out as low as your triggers. So definitely give this a shot. Definitely better than most if you don't have trigger stoppers. So definitely give this this is probably one of the most important binds that you want to have, the selecting. So definitely use it on your R1 or your bumpers. And then after that, you want to have reset on your right trigger, or R2, and then L1 or L2 to confirm. I personally use L2, but you can use L1 so that you can have that swift, quick selecting and confirming, especially if you don't want to have edit on release on. So the PlayStation 4 controller is arguably the best controller out there, so definitely if you want to start off as a controller player, then definitely consider the PlayStation 4 controller. Now, this controller binds is kind of inspired by Day, but not fully inspired by Day. So anyway, let's just get right into it. So the pickaxe we're gonna start off with the pickaxe. I don't know why. we're gonna have it on our D-pad, on the right D-pad, or basically where our tactical sprint would be. And then we're gonna have our editing on circle. Circle is pretty much the same as triangle, except it's an I guess more optimal place for some people. Some people prefer triangle, some people prefer circle, but for this we're gonna have it on circle. And then we're gonna have our pickaxe on triangle, and then we're gonna have our tactical sprint on our left stick. Now this is really optimal, and personally this is probably as optimal as it can get. And then we're gonna have our jump on X and our crouching / sliding on our right stick. Now once again, this is really good binds if you want to become a good controller player. Personally, this is the best binds that I could possibly get for somebody who plays on PlayStation 4 Controller and who wants to try out Claw. And then we're gonna have our map on our touchpad. Obviously that's pretty obvious. For the building section, again, we're gonna have it on Builder Pro, because Builder Pro is the best. And honestly, if you want to have it different, then go ahead, but honestly, dude, just go with Builder Pro. You want to utilize all of the back buttons for your building. For editing, I recommend the same thing, R1 for selecting, because once again, it doesn't bottom out as slow as the triggers. And then triggers, you're gonna want to have R2 for your resetting, and then L2 to confirm, or L1 to confirm, depends on you. I personally prefer L1 so that you can be really quick with it. Finally, for the Xbox controllers. Now the Xbox controller is a lot more complicated, so let's just get right into it. I'm not gonna this is gonna be difficult. I don't really know, but anyway, we're going to start off with editing. I'm gonna put that on left stick because left stick is a good place for editing. Personally, I use this for my old Xbox controller. I don't use the Xbox controller anymore, but left stick is really good. And also part of the reason why I chose left stick is because FaZe Jarvis uses, and FaZe Jarvis is a really good controller player, or was a good controller player before he got banned. And then I'm gonna actually kind of use him as an inspiration for this controller binds video for the Xbox controller. So we're gonna have our pickaxe on Y and our switch mode on B, and then we're gonna have our jump on A, our crouching and sliding on right stick. And then for tactical sprint, you can use it on one of the D-pad buttons, or one of the D-pad buttons, and then make sure you have your auto run enabled, or pretty sure it's toggle sprint. Yeah, just click it so that you can run in a specific direction and you don't have to, let go, or you can let go, of your left stick to just press that tactical sprint really quick and then run around using your left stick. And then after that, we're gonna have our reloading / interacting on X, because that's pretty standard. We're gonna have our pause or our map on the little options here and the share thing. I don't know what it's called anymore. And then moving on to the building binds, we're gonna utilize once again all of our triggers and our bumpers. We're gonna use all of our back buttons to build. And then after that, for editing, this is probably the most important part. Make sure it's R1 or RB is your confirm, or I meant your select. Why? Because these triggers on the Xbox controllers are terrible. It's bottoms out so slow, and arguably this is the slowest as it can get. So definitely use your confirm, or I meant again your select on your bumper. It could be R1, or it could be RB or LB, your choice. And then RT for resetting, and then make sure you have LB for your confirming, because LT is terrible. Trust me, it's absolutely garbage. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. This is pretty late for me because it's like around 1 AM right now that I'm recording this part of the video. I just wanted to thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did. Subscribe if you're new here, and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Also subscribe if you think that this video is really helpful. I personally think that a lot of players definitely need a good set of binds, especially for claw players. You can get really creative with the binds, and I think that you should have a starter binds to start out with. Anyway, thank you guys again so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.